Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. First and foremost, I know my face is looking a little crazy, but that is because I just have on foundation. I don't have on anything else, and I think it might be a little too dark for me. I don't know. I just tried out the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. I know I'm late to the party, but I got the color Spice Almond, and when I swatched it on the hand, it seemed like this color worked for me. And now on camera, it doesn't look that bad. It just makes me, I don't know, it makes me look super tan. So we're just going to see when it oxidizes. And I mixed it with the Per Cosmetics 4-in-1 foundation. So we're going to see how that holds up. It's really full coverage, and I didn't have to color correct. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today I'm going to be doing an in-depth highlight and contour video. And before I get started into actually highlighting and contouring, I do want to hit on the difference between bronzing and contouring, because those can go together. Typically when you bronze, you want to warm up your face and bring red back to your face. And sometimes when you bronze, you only bronze for a light look. If you don't want a heavy contour, if you don't want to give a shadow effect to your face, then you just bronze. And I usually just bronze with the Maybelline powder in 360. And if you just want to contour, now the difference is bronzer, like I said before, is of course to bring more red and just like flushness back to your face, to give you a more like beachy glowy look. But if you just want to contour regularly, that is to add shadow and dimension to your face. And when I want to do that, I use Dark Cocoa, the LA Girl Pro Concealer. It's just, I only use it on my cheeks. I don't really use it on my forehead that much, because it kind of makes my forehead look a little dirty. For the sake of this video, I may be using this a little bit, but I actually am going to be using the e.l.f. foundation palette, and I'm going to be using the two darker shades, because personally when I contour, I still want that shadow effect, but I like to add some bronziness to it back as well. So I'm going to be featuring the Black Radiance contour palette in medium to dark, and I like this because it has a lighter sculpting color that you can just keep adding if you don't want a heavy contour, and then it has the darker contour color right here. And to highlight under my eyes, I don't want to do a highlight that's too bright today. I'm going to use Fawn. I'm also going to use the Nars Creamy Concealer in Amande, and I just use this because it corrects more. I got the wrong color, it's close to my skin tone, but of course you do not have to layer up your concealers. If you're a beginner, I don't recommend layering up concealers, because it might be too heavy for you and you may not be sure how to set it. The things I'm using, this is how I do it myself, but of course I still want to just hone in for the beginners and the people that are just really struggling with the contour and highlighting. And yeah, I usually use the Mercier translucent powder, and yeah, these are the two that I'm going to try out today. So if you guys want to learn how to highlight and contour for the guys, then please keep on watching. Okay, so like I said before, I already have my foundation on. First I am going to highlight, and like I said before, I'm going to be highlighting with the Nars Creamy Concealer in Amande and the LA Girl Pro Concealer. And usually when I highlight, I just go right under my eyes. And sometimes if you have really deep set bags or heavy bags, you don't want to put the concealer right around under your eye, because it'll crease up too bad. So when I do that, I'm doing like a, I would say like a half crescent type of shape. And I bring it close to my nose because it helps make my nose look slimmer. So I put that right by my nose and I just bring it out. I like to bring my concealer right on the edges of my nose and right above my mouth, because I feel like it just makes it look more complete. But of course, if you are first starting out, you don't have to do that. And I'm going to take it down the bridge of my nose, and I'm going to make a half circle on my forehead. It's not a half circle, Chelsea. What is it, girl? You don't know your shapes. So I'm also going to bring it on my chin. Since I don't know exactly where my contour is going to be, I'm still going to suck my cheeks in anyway, and I'm just going to put it right under where I think it will be. You don't have to put the LA Girl on top. You can blend out the Nars first, but for the sake of this video, I'm going ahead and add Fawn on top. And as you can see, it's much lighter. And I'm only going to add that brightness to the area above my mouth and on my nose, because I don't want my forehead to be too bright. and I don't want these areas under my cheeks to be too bright. That's why I added a concealer under here that's closer to my skin tone, so it won't be like a huge difference between my foundation, my contour, and where I highlighted it. So I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to blend that in. Now when you're blending, my beauty blender still has some foundation on the bottom. Just to get rid of those edges, you can just add the foundation part so there won't be any harsh edges. And I kind of squeeze my beauty blender just a little bit when I'm getting in between my eyes, because I don't want to mess up my eyebrows or any other eye makeup that I would have on. This highlight is not as bright as I want it to be, but I did tell y'all I wasn't gonna make it too bright, but I just want to add a little bit more so you can really see the difference. And this is just the Maybelline Mask Conceal, and like I said before, you don't have to go like super bright, because this video really, I just want to focus on the technique of highlighting and contouring and not like colors and things like that. But yeah, like I was saying before about the undertone thing, my skin, it kind of has like two different types of undertones. Like the perimeter of my face is more red, whereas this part is more yellow. So I need some concealers that have more of a yellowy olive undertone to really bring the brightness that's already in my skin out. But if you have a peachy undertone or a neutral undertone, just look at the type of concealers that you are choosing from. It depends on the brand, because some brands actually tell you like if it's warm, cool, or neutral, but sometimes you probably just have to swatch them and see which one would fit your undertone. I might bake a little bit because I kind of feel like baking today. And baking is just letting your setting powder sit on your face for a few minutes to really let the color set in and smooth anything out. So I'm using the Mercier setting powder in translucent. I'm gonna take a different type of beauty blender, and this is a Real Techniques beauty blender, and it has a flat top. So I'm just gonna take that one, and I'm really gonna press it into the skin. And as you can already see, it's smoothing all of my concealer out, and it really just gives the face a smoother finish. And if you bake, it also makes your highlighter brighter if the color payoff was not how you liked it before. I don't contour my nose. Like, my nose is pretty big, so like I don't contour it, I just highlight it. And I do bring the translucent powder everywhere that I added concealer. And I definitely would recommend placing it. My camera is trying to play me today. I placed some of the translucent powder under here as well. So I'm gonna bake a little bit under my eyes while I show you guys how to contour them cheeks, girl. We're gonna get those cheeks sharp. We're gonna get that contour popping. Also, like I said before, you can go in with the deeper color to add the shadow effect, and I'm just gonna do that on my cheeks. I'm gonna add a little bit of the e.l.f. Pro Concealer in Dark Cocoa, and right here I'm sucking in my cheek because that really helps to show where your contour will start. So you start at your tragus right here, and you take it to the highest point of your cheek. So when you smile, like right here, right where you would start your highlight, that is where you would end your contour. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that and go to that point. I'm not taking that much because this color is really deep. I'm going to take my Real Techniques sculpting brush, and I'm gonna blend it up to where you don't want to blend it down, because you don't want that shadow to go down your cheek and make the rest of your face look dark. You want to blend it up. So I'm gonna blend it upwards. I'm gonna go ahead and dust this powder from my eyes away. And the translucent powder, like I said before, it automatically brightens your under eyes if your highlight wasn't doing it how you wanted it to. So as you can see, it added a little dark effect to my cheek. And of course, once you add more product, it will be deeper. But I didn't want it to go too deep because I don't like my shadows to be too heavy and too sharp. Because of course, I'm not doing a look. But if you were just doing it every day, or you were doing a light look, unless you were doing a dramatic look, you wouldn't have to put that much emphasis on your cheeks. But yeah, guys, I just blended it upwards. And of course, you can go under here and sharpen it with some translucent powder, but sometimes I don't like to do that. Now I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. palette. I'm going to take the two darkest shades, and I'm going to put that on my forehead to contour my forehead. And I'm using the same brush. Kind of tricky sometimes on your forehead, because sometimes you can have a straight line and sometimes it may look patchy, and sometimes you may not even have to use a cream contour on your forehead. You can use just a powder contour, but for some reason for my skin it works better if I put a powder, if I put a cream product on first and then put a powder on top, because sometimes if I just put powder it looks patchy. So I'm going to go in and I'm just going to put that down in like half circular motions. I'm kind of doing it like the same way I would lay my edges. Of course, it may not show up immediately because my skin tone is easy for me to get a like a foundation helmet type line thing, because like right here sometimes you can see where my foundation starts. So that's why I go in with more warmer tones on my head, so it'll seep into my hairline easier. But yeah, I'm just going to go in with those colors just to bring some warmth back to my forehead, because I got a big old head. Also go on top of it, I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. Complexion brush. And this is a very good dense brush for sculpting your highlight and contour. And I'm going to go in with the Black Radiance palette with this sculpt color. Okay. Like I said before, I like my contours to be more warm because I don't really like the heavy shadow effect on my face. But this kit is also good if you just want to bronze your face. Angled contour brush from ChelsiNsn, and I'm going to go in with this deep contour color and add that to my cheeks. I would definitely recommend doing cream contour first and setting with powder, because the powders help your contour look more seamless and more realistic. But as you can see, the powder really added some more definition to my contour, and it made it much more shadow-like and deeper. As for my forehead, I'm going to go back in with the e.l.f. brush, and I'm going to use my Maybelline 360 powder. Just want a bronzy look, I would recommend using just the Black Radiance palette and the Maybelline powder. Now if you want to chisel your chin or make your chin area look smaller, you can go in with that contour palette or your bronzer and your Real Techniques brush, and this really helps bring your face all together and brings those cheeks in. So guys, that is basically the fundamentals for highlighting and contouring. We're gonna add some glow to this look. We finna get these cheeks popping. We finna get this other highlight popping. So I'm going with the NYX liquid illuminator in the color Gleam. Put it right on the highest points of my cheek. I'm going to blend that in. You can use your finger, but I'm going to try using my beauty blender. And this is also a good highlighter to use to mix into your foundation if you want a more luminous look. I'm going to blend that into my nose. Like I said, my nose is big and I don't mind it being big, so I just make it look even more big by highlighting it and making it shiny, and I don't mind at all. So this isn't considered a highlight, but I still want to try it. It's the Milani Soleil Baked Bronzer. If you want a really subtle highlight, I would definitely say use this. But of course, it's a bronzer Chelsea does, because that's what it says. So we're gonna go in with the Kaepop Glow Up Highlighter from Colourpop. I love this highlighter so much. It's still coming through. It's still popping. Yes, glow! We done, y'all. Look at this glow for a minute. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that video and learned a little something. And of course, just like my eyebrow tutorial, I am going to be doing an updated highlight and contour routine, but I did want to go ahead and get out just a basic one on my channel for anyone who was wondering about it, or anyone that wants to try a new method or new products when they're highlighting and contouring. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Stay blessed and be beautiful.